Yo, welcome everyone to my channel, and to those of you returning, glad to see you stopped in for this doozy of a match. This is ChronicKloudz, and in this video we're going to show you what happens when you decide to fight back a Lemming train. But in all seriousness, I have an awesome replay in the Richelieu for you guys today. I do hope you enjoy it, and I hope it may even be able to help some of you newer guys to the game. But like always guys, please leave a like, and if you do enjoy, please subscribe. Before we get into the match, I'll show you my commander build that I'm using in the replay. I have Robert Jujard at level 16, legendary 2. The perks I'm using are Flammable Cannoneer, Gyrating Drill Bits, Megalomania, Reaching Out XXL, and of course, Will to Rebuild. Now, let's get into the game, guys. Yep, we start off in Atlantic. You know, it's pretty standard match. We're not overloaded with destroyers. We're not really overloaded with battleships or cruisers. Pretty standard match. It ends up spawning me in the middle away from my teammates. So my thought process here is, you know, let me go ahead and reverse, get a little bit of space between me and the middle of the map, and start pushing right to that smaller island, almost directly in front of me, a little bit to my right, and kind of try to use that to block one side of shells coming at me. Since you're in the Richelieu, you don't have to show much broadside, so I mean, it just offers a little bit more protection anyways. And I don't like to sit back too far in battleships, honestly. We get a Massachusetts that spots up here right away, and we're gonna go ahead and start using HE at the beginning of this match to try to get a couple fires right off the rip. You know, get a little bit of a cumulative damage with the fires.
I might just bust out HE here.
We end up getting one fire on the mash right there, which is pretty nice. We also have this Odin pushing around. So that's two ships that are over here now. Well, three, since we know that there's a cruiser out there that's last known location. So I'm just going to try to put some fires on these guys. And as you see, I'm not really showing broadside, and I'm not really showing a flat angle and pushing directly to that island because I don't know what's to the left of me yet. I don't want to really just give that up just yet. And then right in front of us, an Indianapolis pops up. So that makes 4 ships that are potentially over here. And our thought process here is like, alright, who is the most important target right now? We now have 5 ships over here. We have an Azuma and an Indianapolis B that are cruisers. Those are the ones that we're going to try to take out first. For the main reason of them having the HE burn me down capabilities. I don't want to get burnt down. It's one of the worst things that could happen. And this Indianapolis B decides to stop and show me broadside, and I make him pay for that. So he gets out of our shot, and we're going to go ahead and start focusing here on the Azuma. That decides he wants to show us his broadside as well. But I mean, like, you know, even in the Richelieu, sometimes RNG just isn't there, and you just gotta suck it up and take the next shot. And then out of nowhere, my Achilles heel just got cut right in half. And I have to go right in reverse because the destroyer spawns right, or he don't spawn, he pops up right in front of us and sets a smoke screen and starts hiding. So I already knew right then and there torpedoes are on the way, so I start reversing to try to dodge as many as possible anyway. But once that destroyer pops up, that's going to be our main target. Right there we ended up getting a citadel on the Azuma, so we've already got 2 citadels on the 2 cruisers that spawned over here. And one mistake that this Asashio in front of us makes is he actually uses his torpedo reload booster in hopes that he's going to devastate me. That just didn't work out for him. Alright, now we have the Asashio deciding to show itself right after we shoot. But we're going to dedicate our next salvo to that Asashio. I don't care what pops up broadside in front of me. That Asashio is target number 1. Because as you see up top, he's the last destroyer. We get rid of him, this game is in the bag as long as we don't really jack it up. And with that shot, he's gone. Get him out of here. Now onto this Odin. I'm going to keep reversing because I know he's got torps and I know he's going to try to get them off on me. That's what Odins do. They get close, try to brawl you, and then torpedo you to death. But we're going to try to avoid that before it happens. The Indianapolis decides to show me his broadside again. So why not try to sneak some of those heavy, or not heavy, but those AP shells over there. And they end up setting heavy into his side and ending him. Alright. We're waiting on the Odin's torps, and as you see, I'm turning. I'm expecting them. But where, I'm like, where are they? Get a decent salvo off on them, and I noticed, I'm like, well, dang, like, that was a weird angle that he shot those at. That was a pretty smart angle that he shot those at. But they don't kill us, and our allies end up killing him in the process. So at this point, we have wiped this whole entire side out. This whole Lemming train has exploded on itself. It has imploded. So now, the only thing left to do is pretty much to clean up. We sit at 90k damage at this point with 2 kills. And I'm just going to let y'all know right now, things will change. Odin shows up for a minute, but with these shells, it's going to be kind of hard to penetrate him very well. But might as well take the shots if we have them. Do a solid little 7k to him. We'll take that any day of the week. Another thing I love about the Richelieu is the fact that it has a speed booster, an engine booster. You can kind of get yourself right back into the battle, or you can get right around into a flank and no one can really stop you. Unless there's a destroyer, of course, but it's a pretty nice little ship. So at this point, I'm feeling kind of good about this game. I have decent teammates. Or they've been doing really good, I should say, up until this exact moment right here, where I noticed this destroyer is pushing up to try to, I guess, suicide. I don't know if you wanted to suicide torp this guy, but he pushes up, and let's just say things can't get good for him. There's a cruiser and there's a battleship. Our Scharnhorst dies. Azuma pops back out, and yeah, there he went. He's back at port wondering why he poked his nose out. You were doing so well hiding, buddy. You should have just kept hiding. Nah. So that leaves us with our 3rd kill. Now we're sitting at 133k damage with a high caliber and a dev strike, so not bad. Let's try to push in and try to get rid of it. Okay, we have our Odin right here. We're going to get 1 salvo off on the Odin. See what we can do, and we do pretty good. Almost kill him right here. But will we be able to kill him in time? Or is someone else going to get the kill? That's the biggest question. And if you look down at the bottom left side of the map, that's where the last guy was last known spotted. He ended up winning his battle down there. So since we picked up our 4th kill here, we're going right back to the base. Like, here's the thought process. And shout outs to this cruiser right here, Eastbrook Kid. Shout out to him because he plays this smart. He goes to cap their base, and I end up going back to our base, because in my mind I'm thinking that that battleship is gonna at least, you know, okay, he won his eye, like there's no one left, go try to cap their base. So that's what I did. I decided to go ahead and just push back to our base and see what I could get, you know, to pop up over here. So not a bad game so far.
Not bad.
147k.
And there's still another battleship pushing to him. He's heading for our base, I'm sure. He's got to be low health.
Like I said, you can get from point A to point B in this ship very fast. It's a very quick battleship.
As long as he didn't run away. If he pushed our base, I should be able to get him.
And I know he has to be like somewhere out here. The only thing on my mind, the only way I couldn't have, you know, encountered him here is if he were to just have run away, but I doubt that he would have did that. And just like I figured he would, he came spotted to me, and we're gonna take a shot. We initially shoot AP,
I'm shooting AP, but I'm
and it does, you know, penetrate pretty good. I get an 8K salvo, but we're not gonna sit here and try to AP him this whole time. I'm gonna play it smart. He's the last guy alive. I'm not gonna push him either, because he is in a key. I know he has torpedoes. He is in a Magi with torpedoes. For one, I'm not gonna show him my side. Don't have to. For two, I'm not gonna keep pushing him. I'm gonna slow it down and then start reversing and running away from him so he can't even get a chance to torpedo me. I end up having a bad shot on my last salvo there. And I think I got one shell hit, but it exploded. But we do end up hitting him here for 9K with HE, and we get our Confederate.
Hell no.
And he's still pushing hard. He's trying to get in torpedo range.
It's fine with me.
Thank God the Wichita that was pushing their base, that was with me right there, was shooting AP here as well. And we finally get a fire on the key. And it seems to be a permanent fire, so it's going to be burning for quite some time now. Oh wait, no, it wasn't a permanent fire. Or was it? No. Our secondaries are actually starting to go off here, so wouldn't have been a bad idea to activate my secondary booster. But I was more focused on his hits, and right there our Wichita hits him pretty hard for AP from across the map. Kind of surprised me a little bit. But there we go, getting our permanent fire. That's going to start whittling him down. And then the Wichita just starts raining AP on him. And starts knocking his health down pretty decently, actually, for hitting him with AP. I guess it's the plunging fire. But we end up getting our guns reloaded, and the key's low health. We get our shots out, and boom, we get the last kill with the Kraken Unleashed. But anyways, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this replay. I hope to see y'all back. And until next videos, guys, yeah, we'll see y'all later.